All right, guys, here we are, Wednesday. Table G worksheet was due today. So I'm going to go through, that's not what I want. I want to zoom in here. Here we go. So I'm going to go through these problems here. So you have the picture of this thing. So I'm going to go through this. Don't forget you have this worksheet due tomorrow. I'm also going to assign this one due Friday or Monday. We'll do Friday. I'm going to show you how to do some of these today. And then really I'll use this worksheet to teach it. So I'm going to go as fast as I can, less than 15 minutes. I just recorded a 24-minute video for my AP class and it wouldn't upload and I lost the video. I can't find the video, so that's really awesome. So I think it's because it was too long, so I'm going to try and keep these short, and that's tough for me. All right, here we go. So remember, at any point on these curves, any point, it's saturated, under the line, unsaturated, above the line, supersaturated. We talked about that yesterday. So here we go. 75 grams KNO3 in water, temp of 50 degrees. So we go here. And we go 50 degrees and we go up to, this is this line, KNO3. Here we are, and 75 grams puts us here. We are under the line, so that first one is unsaturated. So that is unsaturated. All right, now we're at 20 degrees. So 20 degrees, and we are NaNO3. So that's up here. And 20 degrees puts us at about 88. And it says we are at 80. So 80 is underneath that line, so unsaturated for number 2. Number 3, 45 grams of KCl at 50. So KCl, here it is, 50 degrees. 45 grams puts us right here, which is above KCl. It's above it. 45 is right here. So that would be, you know what, I bet I could take a picture of this. I'm going to try and see if I can take pictures of these things and bring them up in the whiteboard and annotate them. I bet I can. I just haven't messed with it. So anyways, hopefully you're still following me. Sorry, I just had that thought. 50 degrees, 45 grams, and that's above the KCl. So supersaturated for number 3. Number 4, Ki at 10 degrees. 10 degrees, Ki is way up here. 10 degrees, 140, 10 degrees, so 140 at 10, we are above the line, supersaturated for number 4. Number 5, salt at 80. Here's NaCl, 80 degrees, and it says 40 grams, and we're barely above it, so that is supersaturated for 5. Number 6, KNO3, 110 at 60, 60 degrees. We got KNO3 here, 60 degrees. This is 60. And it said what? 110. 110. We're above KNO3, supersaturated. Now 7 and 8 is where we double the water and then we cut the water in half. So we'll do that next. Number 9, we're at 90 degrees for NaNO3. So let's see, 90 degrees is this line here. So here's 90 degrees for NaNO3 and 140. We're way, way below it, right? So this line is going to keep going up and up and up and up. So if we're here, right here, 140 at 90, we're way under. So unsaturated for number 9. All right. So now for number 7 and 8 here, quick. 7, it's 200 mils of water, and 8, it's 50. So here's the best way I can kind of show you this here. All right, we'll use green today. Okay, so imagine you had, let's say 200 milliliters of water, and then you had the same size beaker. So imagine these are the same, and you had 100, right? So here's 200 milliliters of water, 100 milliliters of water. All right, so if you look at number 7, it says 200 milliliters of water at 50. So both of these are at 50 degrees Celsius. And what are we putting in it? KNO3. KNO3. So we go to table G here. And KNO3 And by the way, this is in 100 milliliters, right? 100 grams is 100 milliliters. So I said that yesterday. So this whole chart only applies to 100 milliliters or 100 grams of water. So if we are at 50 degrees, we go up to this line. The max amount you can dissolve is on the line, saturated, so that's about 83. We'll say 83 grams is the max we can dissolve at 50 degrees in 100 milliliters. So again, 83 grams. So now we go back to this. So we put 83 grams in here, stir it up, it will all dissolve, and you will have a saturated solution. Well, if I double the water, that means I can add more solute, right? So if 100 milliliters can hold 83, 200 milliliters will hold more. And the question is, how much more? Well, a saturated solution at 100 is 83, so a saturated at 200 is twice that. So 83 plus 83 is 166. So this solution can hold 166. If you put anything above that number, it's supersaturated. Anything under that number, it's unsaturated. Since this one says 150, we would be unsaturated. Unsaturated solution. Okay? Another way to say that is if you cut, another way to do this is if you take 200, cut it in half, take 150, cut it in half, that's 75, right? So now take 75 and go to table G, right? So we cut this in half. Why? So we can use table G, because that's what this is. And then take the 150 and cut it in half to 75. So if we go to 75, and again, where's my 50? Right here. So 75 and 50 is underneath that line. But the way I explained it is good to understand too, because it's the same concept. All right, now number 8, you're doubling. So now we have 100 milliliters, and then we have the same, imagine these are the same size, that's skinny or whatever. So here's 50 milliliters of water, 100 milliliters of water, and they're both at 10 degrees Celsius, and we're adding NaCl. So again, we're going to go here at 10 degrees for NaCl. We can hold about 38. So 38 grams can go in here at 10 degrees Celsius, 38 grams of salt. Okay. Well, if we only have 50, then we cannot add 38. We can add half of that, right? So half of 38 is 19 grams will go in here. So any number above that would be a supersaturated solution. Any number under would be unsaturated. So this question says 15 grams, so that's underneath, so unsaturated again. The other way to do that, double the 50, double the 15. So double this to 100. Why? So now we can use table G. So now you double this to 30. And 30 is underneath NaCl the whole way. Doesn't matter what temperature, right? So that's here, unsaturated. All right, so there's the homework.